Okay, I saw not long ago Daz was a guest on All the Smoke podcast, and he was talking about, and he's talked about this before, but I wanted to get your take. He was kind of bragging about how he stole music from Suge, and he took this and took that from Death Row. What are your thoughts when you hear Daz repeating the story over and over?
Well, that's Dad's claim to fame that he punked Mr. Badass Suge Knight and his understudy Reggie Wright. I guess that's his claim to fame. All right, let's clear up some stuff because I know a lot of people say it and Jazz agrees to it. That Jazz got $25 million from Death Row. Okay. Jazz got a default judgment for $25 million because Suge, for some reason, he don't like to go to court. For some reason, especially in the 90s, he would not go to. He'll go to court on some criminal shit, but civil shit, he has a hard time going to court because he thinks he's a fucking attorney and shit always get dropped by the waistline because he be trying to play attorney. But okay. Dad's got, guess how much he got from that judgment? Probably not one red cent because it was in the bankruptcy. And that got dismissed in the bankruptcy. So dads need to stop lying about this. He got $25 million from Death Row. That's a lie. All right. Now, the real things. I punked Reggie because he didn't know, and all I did was play, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Oh, that's okay. So he drove a U-Haul up and punked me and took the reels, right? Is what he says in the interview. And I may be running some of the interviews together because he, like John said, he done spoke on this so many times.
If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health struggles, you should hear this. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps could contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. The recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. Now Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm they've caused. Click the link in my bio to take a short quiz. You may be entitled to potential recovery of up to $1,000.
Well, that's a robbery. And if y'all don't think I can't believe that I'm just killing because I done heard somebody told me I've been responsible for 5 people that got killed, which is not true at all. But if any of that's truthful, those of y'all want to believe that, y'all can't believe Dad came and robbed me, drove up a U-Haul truck, and took all the Tupac reels. All right. This didn't happen, y'all. But what Daz did have, and Suge, being the suave dude that he was, he got up under, and that's why Daz is so angry. He got up under Maria, Daz's baby mama, this chick from Indiana that had the gas convinced she ain't never been with another man but Daz. And she was a cool. Maria was cool, one of the coolest chicks. Y'all know how down Kenya is? His first baby mama? She was she was cooler than Kenya, to be honest, but nah, you can't be as cool as Kenya. Kenya too cool. But Maria was the wife and the baby mama that Suge got up under. And so she was telling him how he had these reels, about 10 or 15 reels at his house. And she was like, what? Okay. And Dad had just bought her because she the one that turned Suge on to G-Wagon when Suge went out and got that G-Wagon, right? And so he had her to go one day and bring them up and load the studios up and bring them to Track Studio. Suge, would you please talk about stuff like this and all of that bullshit? How that time when we had her come up to Track Studio with all of those reels in the back, and what we had Butch Small do, that's when we took the reels that he had But she was like, I can't go home without these. And what Reggie come up with the smart idea to do? We put blanks inside the reels and let her take them home. So now Daz knows this is what happened to him. And so he always like to tell this story like this is what he did to us. I'm telling y'all, this is what happened. It happened. I remember Suge came. It happened on the weekend because they had went, because I wasn't even fucking with Suge then. He just called me up there and was like, Red. And I came up there because we were still cool. But this was, he had just came from Super Bowl. The Super Bowl that happened in 2002. That weekend is when it happened. Super Bowl that happened in 2002. That night. I'm just trying to say that just so Suge will remember. When we had to go up the tracks, and that's when we took and switched out the reels on Daz.
As I remember it to be, we were recording at Track Record Studio, and a young lady, I don't even know who it is or whatever, I've heard that it could have been Daz's wife. But anyway, she brought in a couple of reels, maybe 2 or 3, 4. And I think it was allegedly said it was Tupac reels or something like that. So when she brought the reels, there was a switching of the reels, the actual masters out, and other blank, brand new tape put into the box. Now that I do remember, and that was under the, I was at the studio because I ran studio. Mr. Knight was there, Reggie Wright was there, and a few artists were there, you know what I'm saying? But it was studio business as usual when this happened.
Now, whatever Daz had before then and all those, y'all gonna be saying, oh, Daz was selling us. Well, number one, I bet none of y'all could ever say y'all got any Machiavelli and Daz Dillinger CD. But Daz was the king of that then because he was good. He had a little studio at his house. Don't y'all remember that hit he made with, when he did a remix with Usher and all of that? He probably had never seen Usher before in his life at that time. But that's what Daz was doing, taking his vocals and putting them on songs with other people's vocals and stuff like that. And that's how Daz was smart. Daz was smart in keeping his name alive like that. But that's what Daz was doing, and that's what Daz did. Why Daz keep like trying to tell this story about the $25 million? He slammed and beat up Reggie and Suge. He stole the reels and all of that. I don't know why Daz like keep telling that, but I don't know who's the biggest motherfucking liar on YouTube. Either Fat Joe, Suge Knight, and Daz Dillinger. Let's put it in the comment section. Who tells the best story lies than those three? Because in my opinion, those three got to beat. And I know the haters going to say, and you, Reggie Wright. But I bet you I won't win that poll. But it's going to be Suge Knight. Y'all really know Suge Knight will win that poll. But Fat Joe tells some good ones too. Peace, Vaughn first.